In the next few videos, I'm going to show you how you can design and refine objects to cut out on a laser cutter. In Illustrator, there's several ways of doing the same thing. Let's create lines using the line tool and basic geometric tools. The line segment tool is a tool that we want, and it looks like that. This is found in this part of the toolbar. Once we click it, it activates it, and I'm just going to reset my color and take out the fill. It's a line. There is no fill that I need. I'm going to click and drag it down. And in Illustrator, in order to make sure that I've got my lines perfectly straight, I'm going to hold down the shift button while I'm also holding down my mouse. Let me deselect that by clicking on the selection tool and clicking off, and I can see that it is in place there. I'll go back to the line tool and I'll make a line that goes on an angle. Now, if I hold the shift button, it's going to try and make it in a 45-degree line. Illustrator does it in 0, 45, 90, or if you change your preferences, you can change it to another angle. For this though, I'm just going to click and drag it over there. I just want you guys to be familiar with knowing how to do things on different angles. Let's come to this S, which I think every single kid in the history of ever has tried to create. Let's go with our line tool. It's still activated. I'm going to click and drag down, holding shift. What I'm going to do is actually work smarter and not harder. Instead of drawing that 2 more times and me not really sure whether I've got the height exactly right, I'm just going to stay with my first one. Once I've got something selected, if I hold down the Alt button or the Option, I can click and drag that out, and now it duplicates it for me. Holding down the Shift button will also make that in perfect alignment with the one that was before. Now that that's there, I'm actually going to duplicate that one more time, but I want it to be equally spaced. The good thing is Illustrator allows me to repeat my last command. So with that still selected, I click on the object menu, go to transform, and go to transform again. And now these are equally spaced. Now I want to duplicate these and make it go down there. Again, holding down Option or holding down Alt. If I click and drag that down, that's where I want it. To make sure that it's in perfect alignment, I'm going to hold Shift. And again, that snaps that into place over there. The next thing I want to do is use the line tool again. I'm going to simply click and drag from here and go there. Again, I want to work smarter. So once I've got that in place, I'm going to hold Option on my Mac or Alt on a PC, hold that down, and now I've got those 2 arrows. I'm going to click and drag that here, holding Shift to make sure it's in alignment and bring it over there. I'm going to do that one. Let go of Alt or Option on my keyboard. Because I did this before, I know that this angle and that angle is exactly the same and it's the same length. So I'm actually going to work smarter. Again, holding down Option, I'm going to click and drag this down, holding Shift as well to snap it into place. I'm good. Holding this one, I'm going to go up. Now I'm going to go to my line tool again. I'm going to click and drag here and just join that together. I'm going to click and drag this down over here, and I'm going to click and drag this across over here. Now you notice that it's not perfectly touching. For the purposes of this video, I'm okay with that. I'm now going to click and drag this down over here as well. Now, doesn't look like the one on the left. That's because I need to cut certain parts out. There's a couple of ways of doing this. The easiest way for me is to be able to get this tool over here, select everything. I'm going to go to something called the Shape Builder tool, and this allows me to then get certain parts and delete them. So I'm going to hold the Option key and click on this part over there. I'm going to hold down my Option keyboard button again and click on that one. Click on the black arrow, click anywhere else to deselect it, and now I'm good to go. Next, we'll create a geometric shape. Now this one is found underneath the line segment tool, and it's the rectangle tool. You can simply click and drag that out. That's fine. It's not too fancy at all. But if I want to make things precise, I can type in certain values. With this tool selected, I can click once anywhere, and it brings up a box which allows me to enter certain details in. So I can type in, say, 70 over here and 25, hit OK, click on the selection tool so I can move it into place. Now, that might not be exactly the same dimensions as the one below. That's okay. Another way you can edit this is with this selected, go to your properties menu and you can change the width and the height over here. So say this was 26, I can move that into place and that kind of looks a little bit better. Command 0 to 0 in or 0 out of this thing, and I'm going to show you the pen tool in the next video.